All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're in the garage today. We're looking at an electric car charging station. This is from Lectron. This is their V-Box 48 amp charging station. It's the J1772 compatible plug. So that's going to be compatible with almost every electric vehicle out there, even Teslas. And so that's what I have. And so we're going to try it out. Let's get this thing unboxed, opened up, and see what's included and get it ready to install. It does come with a 20-foot long cable. 48 amps it'll charge up to, but you have to have a breaker. You probably have to have a 60 amp breaker to be able to charge at 48 amps. Mine's a 50 amp breaker, and so we'll charge it at 40 amps. We'll change that down. But it is the J1772 plug, which pretty much all cars are coming with. Teslas have an adapter for that. This is the NEMA 1450 plug, which in NEMA 1450 is a dryer plug. Like for example, I have one right here in my garage. This is where I can plug in my chargers. I had this wired into my garage. And there's the J hook, which can hold the cable, the plug and the cable, so you can wrap the cable up on that, and then the actual charger box. So let's get this open, see what's in here. We have this is a template. There is a mounting plate. We're going to use this template here. 4 holes that we would drill to mount the mounting plate, and we would just reference this template here to install that. Charging station manual. Looks like we do have a hardwire option or the NEMA 1450 plug option. The 4 positions here, the number 4 positions, 48 amps. We're going to dial it down to level 3, which is going to be 40 amps, because you really only want to charge at about 80% of your breaker capacity. And my NEMA 1450 plug in my garage is wired on a 50 amp breaker, and so I want to do it run it at a 40 amp. That's 80%. With everything unboxed, we're getting the cables unwound here. The cables are really thick. The only tool you need to install this is just a screwdriver. This is not included, but you will need a screwdriver. Here's our plug hook. So this is the J1772 plug. Looks like this. And Teslas need an adapter, but most of the Teslas are coming with the adapter already, so you can plug into this. Really, any level 2 charger that's non-Tesla is going to be this style of plug, so this is pretty common. The plug, so this is going to screw onto the wall, and then screw in like this, and then it'll just clip on. It'll clip in to hold it in, and you just push the button to release it off there. So it's got a nice mount to store this. So that way this isn't flopping around on the ground, and then you even have a nice rubber cover for that. That's going to protect the leads, the contact leads in there. So this is 20 feet long, and then you have another length of cable right here that is the NEMA 1450. NEMA 1450. This is what a dryer plug looks like, and so this can plug directly into that. So if you get that, this is a pretty safe. If you're getting an electric car, get a NEMA 1450 installed in your garage somewhere. And if you say NEMA 1450 to an electrician, I would get it at 60 amps. But have them install NEMA 1450. It's 240 volts, so it's 240 volts. Get a 60 amp breaker, and this would be able to plug right into that. And it looks just like the dryer plug. But you can plug a lot of these chargers directly into that, and it makes it nice. For example, I don't have to hardwire this. This doesn't have to be wired. All I have to do is plug it in, and it's good to go. So it makes installation of these kind of chargers really easy if you already have the plug installed. Now this does have the option to be hardwired. You could take this out, and let's say you wanted to run the wire directly from your box right into this and not have this plug. You could do that too. That's an option. So this length of wire right here that the plug's connected to is about 3 feet. You can mount the box within 3 feet of your plug. So I'm going to try to find a good mounting location for this. Finding the location that I want to mount it in, I'm just looking at where I park my car. So I have a Model Y that I park right here. I've got my Model S right here. And my NEMA plug is right there. So it's kind of towards the front of the car. And I want to get this mounted as far this way as I can so it's close to the back of the car. Now what I've been doing right now up until this point for my Model Y is I've actually just had it plugged into a regular 15 amp, 120 volt outlet. And I've been using my mobile charger connector, which it'll charge, but it's like 2 miles, 3 miles an hour of range, so it takes 4 days to charge the car up. So this will be nice because I can utilize this plug. I haven't been using this plug because I just didn't want to stretch my cord all the way across from here. So what I'm going to do is I want to install the actual charger box just to the left of this outlet, and then that way the cord that's about 3 feet, and it'll be able to plug in there, and then I can mount the plug holder over here somewhere. Phillip head screw on each side. We unscrew those. That releases the back plate. Once the mounting plate off, there's a little panel that has 2 more screws here. I actually just take these off. This requires a little bit smaller of a Phillips head. And this is where we can adjust the output. Now we can see in there, there's actually, you see the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's on 4, so 4 means it's already at the 48 amps. I'm going to adjust it. Just a small flathead, I'll just be able to click it over to 3, and that will allow me to use it at the 40 amp. So I've got my template up here against the wall. I came into a situation where this plug outlet here is like almost exactly 3 feet from the NEMA plug. So I would like to go as far over this way as possible, but I couldn't go this side. There's not enough length of cables, so I have to go on this side, which is fine. Just want to make sure this is nice and level and straight, kind of where I want it. And then I'm just going to mark the holes. All right, just getting this screwed in here. I got my anchors in. I'm just screwing this in. You want to use the silver-colored screws for this. There's some black ones. The black-colored screws you're going to use for the cable hook. 4 slots in the back of this. These 4 slots line up with that, and then just put the screws back in. The box is securely fastened to the wall. Now I can plug it in. So this is the NEMA plug. I'm going to plug this right into my outlet here. Make sure that it's off, the off button. There's an on-off button right here. So real simple to turn on off. The last thing we need to do here is to put in there's little rubber plugs that go in these holes. And so that water's not going to get in there, rust those out at all. Because this is rated for outdoor use as well. The plug holder, and this takes 4 screws. I want to show you guys a comparison. This is my Tesla wall connector cable. So I have the Tesla wall connector. So obviously the plug is going to be different. I just have to put my adapter on to be able to charge with this, which is fine. But if you look at the girth of this cable, the diameter of this cable, here's Tesla in this hand. Here's this Lectron. It is probably double the diameter. Tesla's is much thinner, much smaller. This one looks super heavy duty. So this is how the charging cable looks. I don't know if I love the look of like this cable just kind of draping here. Maybe I'll move the hook over to here, and that way I can just wind the cable up there. But the cable's the charging cord is going to be used over here, over on this side, and so to unwind as little as possible is usually going to be best. But what I like to do is just get it charging. So let's just see how it works as far as the charging is concerned. So to turn the box on, there's just an on-off button right here. So I'm just getting my J1772 adapter. This came with both of the Teslas that I have. So I'm assuming if you don't have one, you can purchase one. They're pretty cheap. Lectron sells one as well, but it just clips in here. I just push the trigger on top. It's going to lift up this little clip here, and it's going to clip in just like that. So now this is a Tesla charger, and we just insert here. All right, it's shining green on the car, and likewise it's green on the panel, indicating just like it is on the car. So that's nice that the colors kind of match up here. This is showing my amperage. This is the charging session time, the kilowatts charged, and then we have our, see if you can see here, it's rated for 40 amps. Because remember, I turned it down to 40 amps. Let's see what the charging screen in the car says. So inside the Model S here, I'm on my charging screen, and here's where this is where I set my battery, my charge limit. I usually charge at about 70-75% right there. It's currently charging. I have a 98 miles of range on my battery. One thing that's interesting though, guys, check this out here, is I can change, because the chargers on these cars, the Teslas have their chargers on board, I can adjust the amperage that the charger is using. So I usually keep it at 20 because it's winter time, it's cold, so I just charge them slow so it takes longer. But I can go all the way up to 40. Now it does read, you see here it says max is 40 amp. So it reads that the charger is only putting out a 40 amp signal, and therefore I'm charging at 40 amps. So if I charge it the full 40 amps. This is 22 miles an hour, 40 amps, 243 volts. Gives you my time remaining 4 hours, 5 minutes. I move it back down to 20 amps here. Now this doesn't adjust the charger on the wall, this adjusts the charger inside of the car. If I go to 20 amps, I'm curious to see what my rated mileage is. 8 miles an hour. So you can see here it says 20 of 40 amps. And it increases my charge time. So no problems, no issues. It's doing exactly as I would expect. Okay, so the charger, the Lectron charger is now charging the Tesla. I have it set at 25 amps. It's charging at 25 amps. So I like that you have a nice screen here. It's color-coded just like the Tesla is. Blue for communicating, green for charging, and so forth. So there's really, I think this is a great compatibility with Tesla, and it's going to work well with other electric cars as well. The question I've had, and the question you probably have, is why would you get something like this if you want a Tesla and not the wall connector, or using the mobile connector that I have already, using that on this circuit here? That's a good question, and the reason why, guys, is I own 2 Teslas right now. I own a Tesla Model S and Model Y. Both are great cars, really enjoy them. I've also have a few other electric cars on order that are not Teslas that this would be a good home charger for. Now, for example, I have a Lucid Air Pure on order. It's scheduled sometime 2023. We're early 2023 right now. Maybe sometime 23, maybe 24 it's going to come. One thing that's interesting is on the Lucid website, it says it's their home charging system for their car, level 2. This is a level 2. Level 2 is like for overnight charging. So Lucid has their level 2 charger for almost $1,200. And then also I was looking at Rivian. Rivian has theirs is almost $800. Tesla even charges for all of their charging connectors as well. So you don't get, really with most electric cars that you're buying, you're not getting the charging box on the wall and the plug to plug it in at home. You're not getting that included. That's an extra accessory you have to buy. For example, I was even looking at the Chevy Bolt, ordering one of those, because that's one of the cheapest electric cars you can buy for 2023, especially with the new tax rebates available for those here in the United States. And even that has a $300 charge to get a level 2 charging ability at your home. So every company selling electric cars now they're charging more for the charging system to your house. So this is an aftermarket third-party system that's universal with all cars. And so when I get my Lucid or the Hummer EV SUV that I have on order, or if I end up getting the Chevy Bolt, those are 3 cars that I'm not going to be able to use with my Tesla wall connector or my Tesla mobile charger. And I don't have to buy their separate charging system. I already have a charging system ready to go if I get another car, or someone else wants to come charge at my house. You know, a friend of mine comes by and they've got their Ford Mach-E Mustang. It's electric. They need to plug in. They can plug right into this, and it's all set to go. So to really have the convenience of being able to charge any kind of electric car at my house, that's really the purpose that this gives me. And really kind of that really versatility that I might need for future cars, and it also charges my current cars. All right, guys, well, thanks for watching the video. Hope you found this informational or informative. I'm excited to have this charger in here, really just to have the versatility to charge electric cars at my house, ones besides my Teslas as well. So I think this is going to give me a little more versatility. A big shout out to Lectron for their partnership with this video and this product. See the link down in the description below. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments down below, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.